Apologies in advance, this video is not my best. Been 4 days of travelling, they're longer days than the GS Safari. We get in late, we start early, and no time to enter in between getting in, getting your room, unpack, showering, getting the dinner. So apologies in advance, it's a bit of a mishmash. It tells the story of being on the road, 12 guys getting from Queensland to Sydney to Torquay. This GS off-road tour starts in Torquay, Victoria. A few of us start in Queensland, picking up others on the way through to Sydney, Canberra and on to Melbourne. We're about to head off today. Got the bike all sorted out, bag on the back, tail bag on top of the bag and a camera bag, and we are good to go. And meet the boys on the road as we head to Sydney. Alrighty, off we go. The first challenge was leaving my garage on epoxy floor with brand new tyres, and they were cold. So this was a little bit sketchy as we make our way out of the garage. A few of us are heading up from Queensland. I'm meeting Scott and Noel on the road, and then we're doing a day in Sydney, and we'll pick up some others as we make our way to Victoria via Tumut and Bendigo. So here's a bit of a combination of images, stills, bit of video from the boys as we make our way to Victoria. So we're going to breakfast. I'm sure the boys will be having food of champions. Boys.
Morning, mate.
Scott and Noel headed off Sunshine Coast. I picked them up just across the border into New South Wales, and then we punched out to Sydney. Scott and Noel were staying at Max's for 2 nights, and we had to find it. So a lot of little tunnels in and out of Sydney, and it's a bit challenging because there's a lag time on the GPS. So yeah, we did get lost. Part of the crew having dinner the night before we headed off from Sydney. It seems to be one of Max's favourite restaurants, well known. Even the chef created a little menu for the boys. I used to live in Sydney a long time ago, but it was coming from Queensland. It was quite cool to ride across Sydney Harbour Bridge. So the boys are all starting to congregate at Max's place, which is the church. A bit ironic, not going to touch that comment. But anyway, beautiful establishment. Here we are before we're heading off to Tumut, which is the outcome for today. I've got a new little pocket drone. I can pop up at any time. Here it is, just doing a 360-degree turn. No controller, it just lands back in my hand when I put it out. I was a bit concerned, it was about 20 metres away. However, it did return. There will be times I'm looking at this camera stressed and concerned. It's a bit like letting a puppy off the lead for the first time. Will it come back when I put my hand up? Yep, this is one of those moments. All the boys are lining up to take off. Just out of Randwick. To be clear, this isn't one of the BMW riders. However, he did pull away from Max at the lights. Look at him go. The view and this bridge is sensational. It's just outside of Wollongong. Not exactly sure where the place is. Anyway, I'd make a road accident when I pronounce it anyway. By this stage, you probably picked up I like filming bikes go across bridges. I think I've got some issues about that. However, the bridges and causeways that we cross look quite cool. We had about 80 k's of dirt coming into Tumut. However, I didn't do much filming because with my bag, backpack, tail bag, everything, the back of my bike was so heavy that the front wheel was light and I was aquaplaning into the corners. Just couldn't quite get there in the corners and the soft gravel. I was hanging on for grim death. Anyway, there's a little bit of the gravel that we did. So, Hop, can you just repeat that? Your thoughts on tonight's activities?
I've seen this car crash many times.
Define car crash.
A car rolls off the road and it happens.
We've got that metaphor. Applying that to Noel's thoughts on...
Don't think they can do it. I can say, you said parties, but you mean the soft cock.
Or wise. What do you think, wise or soft cock?
Well, you know, it's debatable, but you can dip your toe in the water any day of the week.
To the metaphor of the car crash, he's basically witnessed this road accident before. You know,
Exhibit A, Your Honour.
and now B.
The car's turned up.
Yeah.
And C.
This will be crashing later, yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad that's what the outcome is.
So Brendan's just a spectator of this accident,
Yeah.
and he's a lawyer.
I'll give witness statements.
Yeah.
Won't represent anyone because I'm useless at that shit.
Yeah,
Your Honour.
he's an agricultural lawyer, so if he can represent a cow.
I know.
The road accident Hoff referred to, these are the boys still having a crack at 11 p.m. The next morning at about 6 degrees, starting off in Tumut, New South Wales. Well, Saturday morning, we're about to head off. Max is sensational at organising dinners where there's wine involved or anything like that. Coffee, not so much, because he sent a text out at 7:30 meeting at the coffee shop, but it doesn't open at 8, so we won't bust his bits on that just yet. It was a learning opportunity. Double check Max's information for breakfast because there's not wine involved. So yeah, So there's a few here. It is a bit chilly. We are layering up. Not only is Tumut cold, they're very strict on time. When they say 8 o'clock, they mean 8 o'clock. Not 1 minute before, but 8 o'clock. 7 guys standing in the front freezing, but no. So why we stopped?
Because we're waiting for Mick and we want to watch this guy get booked.
Okay.
Which is a knock-on effect from our little mate Rick, who didn't stay on the corner.
Yeah, there's a thing called corner man, where a
So he's
man's
under
meant
the
to
bus?
stay on a corner,
Yeah, and what
but he
happened?
didn't stay on a corner. So it's not called corner man, it's leave corner man.
Yes. So yeah. So
And we lost someone because of it.
yeah, it was all going well till we lost someone, and then it went badly from that point. In a Beamer. Geez, they're cashed up here in Albury. They're riding, cops are in Beam and BMWs. So we're not pointing any fingers, but if he did, would that be his fault?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a man who looks like a pirate. It's his fault we're waiting on the side of the road.
It's not corner man, he's leave man, not corner man.
Hold on, he's coming back
Again,
got the
he's
fucking
after
white
mate.
car.
There's something wrong with his number plate, I
He's
bet.
got the fucking white car. Look. Yeah.
So, Rick, one question I have that most of us have. Do you feel any guilt that you're just fucking chewing up our time because you fucked up?
No, the mathematician fucking miscounted how many heads went past it.
Who's the mathematician?
Me.
Yeah, so Rick's doing a Trump, no accountability, 0. Ty's either getting really comfortable as we ride down the road or airing on his bits. I think the latter, airing on his bits. You know where you're going now? This is Brendan, not knowing where the hell he's going. We've done laps. We could have used that sign a couple of hours ago when we were doing laps and laps and laps of Bendigo. At one point I thought we were supposed to be in Ballarat and they got it wrong. Early morning Bendigo, the daily routine, up and down the stairs with the bags, loading up our bikes and trying to work out what we're doing for breakfast. We rode through this wind farm, it went for miles. As you can see in the panoramic view, they were huge and there was heaps of them. Just in Coal Lake did a bit of a bypass to Steve's place. Hoff's decided to go and have a bit of quiet time. Brendan's come to annoy him. So yeah, it's all going well. How's your quiet time going?
This is what we do in the military. When it's time to have a bit of a rest, you've got to have a rest.
Eat when you can, rest when you can.
But I've never been in the military.
But he's certainly been eating.
I've been eating and drinking.
Have we got everyone?
12 bikes.
12 bikes. Okay.
12 blokes, 12 bikes.
It's good. Okay, giddy up. The concierge of this hotel is dressed like a bike. It's really good in rapport with the fellow riders. You can ride a bike, but can you push a trolley? Well, we made it. Bags, trolley, bike. We're at Torquay. Starting point.
We made the starting point of the ride anyway.
Yeah.